many people know that we're basically concerned in the carbon fiber chain and in the graphite systems chain as well. I'm basically since 1.5 years with SGL, and I'm really happy to be here and to represent SGL with some hopefully good business contacts and seeing some people again, which is from a social and human standpoint really nice to see people in a physical matter, not just via the camera once again, and we really enjoy this. Well, in terms of the application sectors, SGL Carbon, as far as the carbon fiber chain is concerned, is basically working in 4 different sectors. That is automotive and transport on the one hand, that is aerospace sector on the other hand, and that is wind industry and some other industrial areas when we look at the end use of the final destination of carbon fiber composite products as well as raw materials. But essentially, when I look back on the last 1.5, 2 years where the JEC Fair could not happen because of the COVID pandemic, I think that we can say we have made very strong developments in terms of pre-preg technology that we are using in the aerospace and the industrial sector, different types of fibers being used, different grammages being used. That's one thing. The other thing I would like to point out is our strong dedication and our strong focus on heavy tow carbon fibers based on our own precursor technology, which are being and will be increasingly used in the aerospace primary structure sector. And finally, not to forget, there are some more end-use applications where we are really going down the innovation route in terms of combining thermoplastic materials with our carbon fibers as thermoplastic carbon fiber composites, typically used or typically in the product stage as rods or grids used for concrete applications in the construction arena. And we believe that this is an area where carbon fiber composites will be able to substitute, for instance, steel rebars to a significant extent. The only thing is that this innovation may last another 3-4 years because of the national construction approvals coming from the concrete industry and from construction. That is something, an innovation which is very close to my attention and very close to my heart as well. Actually, since I'm in the composite industry since 1.5 years, for me it's the first JEC I'm experiencing. I know several industry partners, customers, only from video conferencing and from the electronic cameras and from the Teams meetings and so on. And it's really, really refreshing to see these people in the state of nature. So that's very refreshing. It gives me a different touch point, a different feeling. So from a personal standpoint, I have to say this whole fair is extremely refreshing for me, since starting in the times of the lockdown and the pandemic is to some extent not the easiest way to get to know people, but I'm really enjoying this a lot, and it's a nice atmosphere to see all the people around and have a chat with them. I think the composite industry is a very dynamic and a high growth industry. There are 2-3 things to be said to that. Number one, coming from the chemical industry and from BASF for some times, I have to say that the market growth that we see in the composite arena, especially on the carbon fiber side, is very strong, and it has double-digit growth perspectives for the midterm future. That is driven not only by a growth in the end-use industry sectors, but also by some technology change and substitution trends in favor of carbon fibers. And I see a bit more moderate but similar growth trends for glass fiber composites. I think one of the things that, despite these mid-term strong growth perspectives, one of the things we need to solve is the recyclability issue. And we are deeply engaged into researching out new technologies where we can solve the end-of-life question on sustainability, like splitting the resin from the actual carbon fiber or glass fiber composite.